Today I will be talking with you about cosplay and how that relates to body image, body perception in cosplay, and the bias against certain body types that can prevent larger cosplayers from fully expressing themselves and unlocking their full potential. My goal for this project is to inform both cosplayers and cosplay fans of the bias that exists in cosplay and how one could take action to either support those negatively affected by bias or work to break the stigma against plus-size cosplayers. Disclaimer: this presentation in no way represents the majority of the cosplay circle and only highlights aspects that are biased against plus-size cosplayers. Do not let this deter you from becoming a cosplayer if you wish to do so. You've likely come across cosplay, but if you're unaware of what cosplay is, it's essentially a hobby where you make or buy costumes and showcase them at conventions, pop culture events, you take photos to put online and share, and you do meetups with other cosplayers, and so on. Cosplay is a very diverse hobby, with cosplayers of different interests, backgrounds, sexualities, gender identity, crafting experience, and body type. We'll be focusing on body type today, though there are a lot of resources to Google on the diverse backgrounds of cosplayers. The body is very integral to cosplay. You need to know your body well in order to start cosplaying, including what patterns you need, fabrics, how to cut, your body measurements, etc. But like any other fashion medium, there's a clear bias against plus-size people. I will be focusing on four main subjects: feature pages, patterns, overall reception, and audience. These are points of interest where I notice the most bias against plus-size cosplayers, and so I will mainly focus on these for the remainder of this presentation. The first subject is feature pages. Part of cosplay is sharing your cosplays online for others to see, and there's plenty of social media pages dedicated to sharing cosplayers. Typically, it's a post with the cosplayer, the photographer, and what the cosplay is from. What I found is that majority of popular feature pages typically post cosplayers with slim, attractive bodies, or what you see at Victoria's Secrets. I should note that the cosplayers themselves are not the problem, but instead the pages who feature them. I will state now that not all cosplay feature pages are biased. Many are good at featuring different types of cosplayers, though these pages are outnumbered by biased pages. The next point of discussion is patterns. Patterns are what they sound like: blueprints on how to cut and put together your fabric. Now, while commercial patterns are pretty good about providing sizes that are plus size, cosplayers who make their own patterns and put them online only make them for their body size and don't provide ways on how to make it for different body sizes. This can completely prevent plus-size cosplayers from being able to make a desired cosplay because the only patterns available don't have plus-size options, and further acts as a barrier that keeps plus-size cosplayers from their full potential as a cosplayer. Our next point of discussion is audience and reception. Now, a lot of popular cosplayers get put on magazines, they get brand deals, and they get invited as guests to Comic-Cons. Typically, these cosplayers have the desirable cosplay body. Not once have I personally been able to find a plus-size cosplayer featured in said magazines or have brand deals. This feeds into the lack of audience and recognition of plus-size cosplayers that can affect how they're viewed and treated. Let's face it, plus-size people deal with a lot of mistreatment anywhere in life. Plus-size models are non-existent besides brands specifically aimed at plus-size people. Plus-size actors and musicians are constantly body-shamed by magazines and the public, and the list goes on. Cosplay is no different. Body shaming is rampant, not just with plus-size, but non-plus-size cosplayers who don't fit into the sexy cosplayer mold that's perpetuated throughout the hobby. So what can you do about this? How can you challenge body shaming in cosplay? You support those affected by bias. Support them online. Defend them if they're being shamed or attacked. Body shaming isn't a valid argument for anything against anybody. If you're in cosplay or plan to go into cosplay, sharing cosplay posts are a good way to help somebody be noticed and boost their audience. As I stated, plus-size cosplayers don't have a solid audience, so sharing them can really help out with that. I hope this presentation was informative to you, whether you're a cosplayer, a cosplay fan, or somebody completely unaware of cosplay. I hope you take this information and ideas I presented and think about the next time you're around cosplay. Remember, this doesn't affect all cosplayers, just a few.